Hello everybody, it's Time Hopper here, and I'm back with another episode of Crusader Kings 3 Bulghar to Bulgaria Mega Campaign. So we're continuing off from the point of last episode, which was just chaotic. So, to give any of you who haven't seen the previous episodes, go give them a watch. I have a playlist full of them. I've got a bunch of different playlists really detailing all of my series, but I've got this one right here. So, our wonderful king, the first Khan Bulghar, the proud of Bulghar Khanate, is dead. Yeah, he died of his wounds in the year 900. We played a few years into it last episode. It's been about 14 years, but nothing super eventful has happened, aside from the fact that my character is now a devout follower of Khuzarism, which is a problem. You can see all the holy sites of Khuzarism are super close by in comparison to the Tengri holy sites, but I never planned on reforming religion. Perhaps if I ever manage to continue on with this Khuzarite growth, staying on their side, I will fully convert all of my territories, which I'm actually going to start trying to do now. Because despite having attempted to be a Tengri horde regaining the lost lands of Bulgaria, it seems my game decided to take a whole nother direction. So, there we go. As for secondary spouses, I will still grab some. Currently the High Chiefess of Bashkira, who was a child during the reign of my previous king, she has no husband and no children. So I would obviously want her to be a concubine, because of her power and her position. Secondly, I think I would take my court tutor, as she has comely and is intelligent because she's court tutor. While she does hate me, being paranoid and humble and brave, I'm not entirely sure he'd care. Sure, she may not like him, but he's a Khan. He's paranoid enough, he could get her caught. Now for a final wife, he would need someone incredibly loyal. So we need someone with a super high opinion of us. This woman, she's pretty, has a high opinion of us. She seems to have no real negative traits, so I think he would trust her quite a bit. Alright. So there we go. The 3 concubines of Khan Bulghar II. Currently we have a process of 82 years before this area is converted, because we have no one in our area that's nearly skilled enough to convert them. Currently, she is still converting culture, which is a good thing, because despite her being Bashkir, we need to expand the Bulgar culture. Because while he may be a heathen, he is still a lawful Bulgar. He is still true to his culture, despite abandoning their faith. I don't think he'll become a Khazar yet. So, let's continue on from here. Currently, our country is at war. We have the Reimskioen fighting our allies, the Zetsu, in the south, trying to take stuff from them, which I can't really prevent, which is currently the only war still going on, as my liege has just won his war. What is this? An arrange of betrothal. My uncle to my daughter. No. No, that's... no. I didn't even know I had a daughter. What to follow, what to follow. I suppose we have to continue from here. I don't know how I'd be able to help the Zenatsu. I might be able to, and being paranoid, I know I'll want all the allies I can get. I'm not going to go to that party, that hunting party, because paranoid. I may be brave and want to take challenges head on, but I've got a bigger challenge to face currently. So I'm running in for the Zetsu. running in to join them in Ramsioke around the Great Aral Sea. A hybrid culture was formed between the Lebanese and the formed the Lebanese hybrid culture from the Idrisian and Mashriki cultures. Let's actually go see that now. Let's look at the cultural map of that region. There it is. A combination of a combination of Lebanese and Edesian. I didn't even know there was any Edesians left on the planet. I thought they were extinct. Fascinating. And as for Bulgar culture, it seems to be growing quite rapidly. These provinces are all starting to become under part of it. Sadly, Bulgarian is here still. I hope to get there in time, but I'm honestly not even sure if I'll be able to do that in this game, as things haven't gone quite to plan. Things haven't gone all that well. So I guess we should focus on our own lands for now. After we win this war, or I hope we win this war, I don't want to jinx myself, we'll need to focus back on internal expansion. Specifically fighting the Volga Bulgarians, as they're far, far too powerful to leave alone. Besides, we need their lands. We absolutely need their lands, because if we don't, we won't be able to reform that northern Bulgar Empire that we can get if we attack into these territories. Although, if that was the case, we would require the extermination of the Khazarian Empire, which I'm not allowed to partake in, because of the rules of the trade. I said that I would stay true to my characters, and I will. War profiteering? Alright. Victory. We have gained victory in the war. Where are you fighting? The Tachi Khorasan. Alright then, give me a second. I'm gonna turn my armies right around. Alright, here we go. My son is going to meet peers. Are they people who my son would trust? They're friends of family. Oh, I'm paranoid. I guess I think not. And my wife lost a kid. Must have been those enemies of our state that did it. I trust nobody. He's paranoid, but he's also humble. Handle the issues personally. He may be paranoid, but I think he'd want to deal with this. He's not a great man by any stretch of the means, but he's at least not evil. And they won the Holy War. Wow. Okay, where is this going on? Fighting in a peasant uprising all the way in Alutau. I have to return my troops home first. It's getting too high. The Zanetsi are getting declared war on by the Oghuz Il again. Damn. Everyone's getting destroyed constantly. The power, it's insane. My wife, leader of the Oghuz Il, My brother-in-law is her child. Wait a minute. Mother? Her mother? And... Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm her second husband. I didn't even remember. Third husband. I'm her third husband. Wow. And she's pregnant with one of my kids. I would be paranoid. I don't think that actually goes against me declaring murders. I would want my son to inherit. That might be something I would do. Alright. It's evil, but it might be something he'd do. Yeah, I get no stress gain for it, so it's something I would probably stick to. Wow. I can even convince my brother-in-law. Oh, I'm paranoid. Alright, I think it's worth it. It's a lot of stress gain, but I think it's enough. Nope. Well, I'm paranoid, I'll become reclusive. Time to execute my stepson. A room to panic and undisturbed? Makes sense. Considering this guy is who he is. Pavel, my son, is forgiving. I don't think I would be teaching my son, Pavel, my heir, to be trusting or even forgiving, because I'm paranoid, and I wouldn't want that kind of stuff to play out, but maybe patient. He could be a calculating man. And I must return my armies home. They've gotten far too weakened from the attrition of the last few wars all the way out here, far from our homes. Alright. The murder plot is about to go through. No. She's dead. Her son inherits the Empire. Wow. Right before... Damn. Yeah. My wife is... One of my wives is dead. One of my wives are dead. Maybe I've misjudged him. He says... Yeah, he's stressed over this. Maybe I've misjudged him. His paranoia may be bad, but I don't think he'll do any more murders. He killed one of his wife's youngest other than his own, and realizes the problem with it. I think I'd make her my primary spouse. I still don't understand why he's called brother-in-law. That's disturbing to me. I don't like that sound. How's he my brother-in-law? I don't like it. Not a fan, but whatever. How old is he? 0 years old. Okay. Huh. Alright. So let's continue on and see which of who my daughter can marry. The High Chief of Volga, Bulgaria. I guess I could form closer ties. Or Kors Dulo. No. I don't think I would. Just because I know the goal of this whole thing is to get to new lands. And now that he has a new faith entirely, he may just want to expand the Jewish faith to as many lands as he can. I don't think that would be too unorthodox for him. Pun intended. Huh. There's really so much we could do. So many things we could do right now. I guess we can continue here for now and disband our troops. So we've got yet another alliance. Currently, what's going on with this? The Oghuzil. Yeah, they're dying. It's a shame, but I think my wife may lose her kingdom. Unless I do the one paranoid thing that I might be willing to let my character do. I messed up before. I messed up bad with killing the kid. It was something that just didn't make sense. I mean, it did. He wouldn't have wanted anyone but his own children to inherit another kingdom, especially a foreign one. But this isn't even someone related to him. This is just some guy claiming to be a king when he really isn't. No, I won't do it. I think he'd be too paranoid after his first murder. I don't think he'd be able to do it again. Oh no, she's cheating on me? Damn. She is. That's a problem. This is my wife. My uncle. I'd probably try and get a compromise and not likely succeed. My god, I succeed. And I have another daughter, Gundiz. Now I'm gonna hold court. I'd be rather paranoid, but I gotta do it. In a brief moment of silence, I see Chieftain Timir smiling warmly before realizing that it's his turn to speak. My liege, he says, giving him some precise time to finalize his thoughts before continuing. Smiles. Smiles and laughter are a great indicator of a lively court. Thus I have a suggestion for someone who would make a great jester to entertain us. My liege, if I may, Chieftain Kuber speaks up from the sidelines. A jester will ruin the sophisticated air of this court and replace it with refinement of crude infantile humor. Would I trust a jester? I don't think I would. Oh, it's already clear what I'd do. The game decided for me. Victoria's going to fix it. hefty sum, but it'd be worthy. Having control over that many people would be a very useful thing. It's all the way out in Chuda. That's still useful. Can I even declare war out that far? I can. Wow, that's useful. As for Perm, I can't declare war on them for a while. And what if Chieftain Onika? I can do a subjugation war. It's a high penalty. Ooh. Would I do it? I think I would. Raise armies. Get the best commander I can afford, which is apparently myself. And call in every ally I have. This is either going to go ridiculously well or absolutely horribly. There's going to be no in between. Oh boy, here we go. This is either going to go really poorly or really, really well. And I don't think there's any way that we can win this without taking heavy casualties anyway. Oh! I gained the Pious trait. Or not the Pious trait, the Pious Khazar trait. As a character thing to deal with. That is interesting. And particularly useful. He's being fickle. I don't think I'd want him to be fickle. But I think these other two are just not something he would also support, so I guess fickle would be the way there. He'd want his son to be humble, so it wouldn't be arrogance, but he wouldn't want his son to be generous either, because he's paranoid. Alright. Guess we'll continue from there. That's a good idea, honestly. Another daughter. I'm having a lot of kids. And I've won. And with him, I would demand conversion. And he would accept. In my paranoia, I would send him a gift. And I would try to sway him to my side. There we go. $13 out of the 41 required. Not even 2 titles. Dang. I could do the Empire of I could do the true Empire of Bulgaria. Who knows, maybe I'll play a Siberian game. Expand from the Volga-Ural down into Tartaria, Siberia, and Mongolia. Being a Mongol Empire before the Mongol Empire. Ah, choices, choices. So many things I could do. So many very, very interesting things. I know I should probably leave this area, though, just because of how dangerous the Mongol Empire is. Currently, any things against my liege? I'm not going to join any of them, but still want to see if there's anything actually going on. Wow, Bolghar Tengri populists are getting rather powerful. no one that would accept my vassalage currently. Could I declare war? I could, but it would yet again leave me in worse prestigious debt, which is not something I think I can handle. Paranoia, I'm not going into any hunts. What to do, though? So, we've expanded greatly. Our borders are massive. This is a great thing to see. Like, you look at this on a map, it's a rather large country in comparison to even our neighbors. So what to do with it in its entirety? It's only been a few years and a lot of stuff has happened. It's not been like the 14-year gap of major events. This, we've doubled the size of our empire in a single war. And the Okozil are now led by a Jesus. My God, he's huge. He's a giant, a comfort eater, and a child of a concubine. He's also a druggie, or a wise man. My lord, the man is giant. Wow. Giant. Absolutely giant. So, that's crazy. But continuing from here, we have to try and find a way for us to return getting power. Because our political power has rather fallen to the wayside considering how often we've been secluded in the middle of nowhere doing nothing important. I don't think we do a grand tour just because of the paranoia. I think we have to wait until this guy dies for anything important to happen. Ha ha ha. And as for, positions of power, I think I'd honestly make him my steward. No. He'd be a better spy master. Yep. Better spy master. I may not like him, but he'll grow to like me in time, especially now that he's a part of my tribe. He is a minority, as a Permian, which is ironic because he's not technically a minority, he's just not the primary majority. So it's a fascinating thing to think about. Permian aren't even of the same culture. Ooh. I could fuse Permian and Bulghar. Ooh. That's actually interesting. I mean, sure, the Bashkir, the Bulgar, the Pecheneg, the Kamek, they're all pretty related. They're Turkic and... Kamek? Kamek? What's Kamek doing out there? That's weird. But Siberian cultures. Do I really want to continue out more towards Siberia? Or do I want to go south further? I might. It's really just dependent on what I want to do in the future. My current king isn't Tangri anymore. He's kind of become friends with the new Catholic doulos. I don't think he'd be very anti-Bulgaria as he was as his father. But what do you think this king would do? I don't know. If he survives to the end of this video, I want you guys to comment what you think my grand plan for this character should be. It might not be continued if he ends up having a son completely different from him, but if his son is somewhat similar and I think would have similar ideals, and, you know, stays the faith and stays the culture, I might continue that idea. I might even rename this series. Because if the goal has changed so quickly into the series, perhaps it's something we should need to do. Maybe you guys can give me an idea for the series' name in the comments. I mean, we are nomadic horse kings. We are... Wait, what? Oh. The Khan is going to war with who? I'm gonna see this. Oh, it's over already, basically. The Kiev aren't gonna be able to do anything. What about White Rus? What's White Rus doing? Yaroslavl's actually doing pretty well. Yaroslavovich. Very interesting. And he is of the Kirevich line. The Nords who are in Rurikid are all dead. The Rurikids are gone. Dang. Yeah, the Rurikids are gone. They have a few children leading little nowhere provinces, but oh no, Vespa is pretty powerful. Vespia, sorry, not Vespa. I'm not talking about the animal, or I'm not talking about the car, sorry. Not, what am I saying, animal? I'm acting all crazy. What do I do here? I really don't know what to do with the rest of this time. Huh. I guess we just wait for now. What happened to him? Is he going at war? He is at war. And I am malnourished. Why am I malnourished? What happened? Yeah, but what happened to cause it, man? I'm not doing anything. I'm not out in the army. I'm out in my castle. Is my king just starving himself to death? I mean, that'd be a fascinating end. The paranoid king to bring Judaism to his nation dies of starvation as he's too cowardly and paranoid to ever continue eating, thinking everything's poisoned. Huh. That's a really nice possible ending. I don't know what I'll do with that. But, turns out time is kind of wrapped up here, folks. If you all enjoy it, which I hope you do, we can continue on again some other time. If you have any ideas that you'd love to share with me in the comments, please do. Any help is appreciated. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.